Sam Riddle, and I'm a country music singer.
Getting fired up for the bonfire later. Homecoming weekend, everybody's going crazy. Trying to fit a little too much in one night.
I was born in Missoula, Montana. It's a very spiritual place. There's music just flowing out of every crack of Montana.
Go out on my porch, what do I see?
As an artist, I feel like I'm bringing a lot to the world of country music that, isn't really being represented. Everybody's from the South, and I need to represent where I'm from. It doesn't get much more country than Montana. It's still called the Big Sky Country. We have the mountains, we have the plains, we have everything, rivers, lakes. It's the most beautiful place on earth.
And all you need is a tube, rope on cooler.
When I think about my music, I'm picturing, floating down the river with my buddies. It might seem weird to people that don't live in the country, but sitting your butt in a tube and floating down the river is probably the most fun you'll ever have in your life.
I feel like I've done it my way.
My album is called Chip Off the Old Block. Because my dad was in a band called the Mission Mountain Wood Band, I say that I'm a chip off the old block of wood.
I guess I'm just a product of the way that I was raised. Oh, I'm a chip off the old block of wood.
It's not only an introduction from myself to the world of country music, but it's also a tribute to where I come from and who I am today.
But I'm a chip off the old block of wood.
Out of all the instruments that I've played in my life, piano is definitely where I hang my hat. I remember when I saw Ricky Skaggs play at a bluegrass festival, and I was probably 7, 8 years old. He had a piano player that was playing honky-tonk piano. And I snuck backstage and watched his hands for the whole show. And I said, that's what I want to do. I want to play piano like that. My dad always told me that that was the easiest money in the world, is piano money. So I was like, hey, maybe he was right. So I went and bought a minivan, put all my stuff in it, and just drove to Vegas.
First day of winter break and I gotta go. Pedal to the metal, getting out of the snow. Heading to a barn dance out where the green grass grows.
That first week I was there, I just walked up and down the strip like, how am I gonna crack this place? I mean, it was huge. But I went to an audition at the Hilton, sat down and played, and the guy said, you're hired. I couldn't believe that somebody was gonna pay me to play the piano. And from there, went from that hotel to another hotel to another hotel. And just from people seeing me and word of mouth, I ended up playing 6 to 7 nights for 4.5 years straight on the Strip. Working as a working musician in Las Vegas is a lot different than what people think. You can go the wrong way in Las Vegas. There's 2 roads. You can take the high road and stay successful, or you can get beat down. And Las Vegas will beat you down if you let it. It's very cutthroat, and there's a ton of musicians down here, and I was very, very fortunate to work as much as I did, not only being brand new, but being as young as I was, and not being experienced. I was just kind of learning on the fly. Las Vegas turned out to be a great training ground for me, and a great place to hone my craft.
I said, hey, nothing about you.
Hey everybody, Sam Riddle here. Just finishing up some vocals on a new album, Chip Off the Old Block.
We'll have a catch. Oh, throw the ball around.
The album was recorded at Solarium Studios in Alpine, Utah, and at Snoring Hound Studios in Summers, Montana. I wrote all the music. I wrote every note for every instrument. I produced the whole thing, and I went in there prepared. The process is really enjoyable to me. It's absolutely my favorite thing to do. The Sam Riddle live experience, in one word, is just powerful.
Better understand, I'm a piano man, I'm about to get it hot in here.
I bring a ton of energy, a ton of fun, a lot of personality. You definitely get to know me when you see me perform.
The likes of me or the sounds of these new licks.
Country music is about telling stories. It's about giving somebody something in their life that's going to help them through a situation.
I was standing there wondering how
people listen to my music, they're gonna get whatever they need that day out of one of my songs.
And I'm still shocked that this pretty little thing said yes.
Fans can get a hold of my music and keep up to date with everything that I'm doing on samriddlemusic.com. It'll have everything that I'm all about, what I'm doing. You'll be able to see where I'm playing, where you can get my music. You know, I encourage everybody to come out and see me when I'm in a city near them.
Doing gainers off the cliffs. Oh, it don't get no better than this. And all you need is a tube, a rope on a